the lawyers at Sky and Universal have been notified.
They can't fly a drone.
Definitely a Lockerbie. It's just clocked all police car. I don't know if it helps, my drone's green. That helps, you can blank it out if it was this scene. I've got to get back up to go to the other house.
So I'll give you a lift if you want. If you want to go right now, we can just go. Back to the channel, guys and girls. So today's New Year's Day, and just typical, the snow comes a week late. So back March 2024, we turned up at the Sky version of Lockerbie. We were filming the kind of debris all scattered about the field. The reason I say Sky's version is because BBC are also doing a Lockerbie drama, which will be shown later in 2025. But the both of them are filming at the same time. It was run about February to April in 2024. And it was all filmed, or most of it was filmed in the West Lothian, in and around the West Lothian area. And thanks to viewer Jamie, who tipped me off. I didn't read the message the night before, but I was basically straight there the next day, and I managed to catch him still recording the scene. So here's the upload it coming next. Aye, pal, aye. Sorry?
Access shut?
No, it's only for vehicles.
Aye, shut, it's closed.
Is it?
Is it closed if you bike there?
No, you can bike there, yeah, it's just for cars that can't go through.
What's happened down there?
Filming.
Was that to do the Lockerbie?
No, it's not.
What's that, what to do?
I don't know if I'm actually allowed to say, I've not been told I can say or not.
Alright.
You just want to see.
Swear?
You just want to see.
Aye, I don't know what I'm doing, the Lockerbie one, kind of Netflix one. So can I turn up to a place and fly a drone here?
There's actually 4 film productions on at the same time.
So the Lockerbie one's in this area though, isn't it? The day?
That's from somewhere tonight.
Oh, so that I end up focusing on that one? He's not.
Did you see nearby?
No, no.
What we do is a lot of people see nearby, we get a letter drop from the filmer and they used to tell you what's about and what to expect and apologise for inconvenience.
As a resident basically tipped me off, tell me about the Lockerbie one, but if I'm doing this way.
What we do is when we go into a filming project, we actually have to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Aye.
I'll tell everybody.
I take off the public, that's a public road, isn't it?
As I don't know,
So they're filming the now?
I think they're rehearsing. So I've just went up down that way and I don't think they're setting up.
Right. So what I'm not going to do, pal, I'm not going to put a drone up, but I'll no affect her. I'll just kind of fly for that field. That's all open area, there's no restrictions in this area.
So we'll look at it, I'll go to have a look in there and the city centre wise and do that complicated like out and
See, I'll not interrupt her, unless they would agree in a date in between scenes, you know what I mean? It's just I could speak to somebody.
Potentially, are you looking for concrete? That's in the back, that's maybe not well, you've got legal. Policy might not down to you for limitations, managers have a conversation.
Right. So it's definitely not to do with Lockerbie though, we can't say I know.
I don't know if they're in there and they're 4 productions at the same time. What they do is they give it a code name.
Are they famous here? I don't know.
I want to have a code for that, the black one. I would be crazy with the double measure implications.
What, a scanner never works?
Scanning begin.
I've got a member of the public here that would like to speak to somebody from the patients.
Well, that's that.
I'm at the road closure closest to the church.
What are they after?
It's in reference to flying a drone.
They can't fly a drone.
It's definitely a Lockerbie, it's just clocked all police car. Definitely a Lockerbie, that was all the other. See, I know you can't say, but I've just clocked it, it's just to help me.
Sorry, say again, Henry, what was that? I was just telling TM there that that member...
One of my viewers said it's called a jam sandwich.
It's private land.
Why is my scanner not working?
Private land, unfortunately.
That's private land, that's private land, but I take off the public, I can see it. As long as I take off the public, I can fly over private land. That's the rules with the drone, it's the beauty of it. As long as I take off. Well, as you're saying, I'm allowed to bike down there, isn't I? Stay back.
Which TM position are you at? Are you over at where I saw you this morning, or are you somewhere else? This is Harry, by the way.
Yeah, I'm where I was this morning, mate.
Copy, I'm going to pop over now and just say hi.
No worries.
Can you able to confirm, is it BBC Netflix or is it somebody else?
To be honest with you, there's 2 Lockerbie films.
I know, going on that. I want to see the Sky guys. I can't see none for too far. It's the Sky guys I want to see. I'm not seeing them yet, but BBC have been me. So if it's BBC, that I'll know the guys that's basically going to come down.
There's 2 Lockerbie films, separate projects.
Aye, I know, it's crazy. That's why the BBC one, I don't know if that's what this one is, but it's because the writer's strike, they get delayed.
We're actually on both of them. The problem is, it's
What security you use?
no, we're not secure, we're traffic management.
Oh, traffic management.
Just wondering how far off we are from having at least one heated easy up there for cast.
We've got a heated easy up here for cast.
Woohoo!
Crazy they're both filming in this area though, isn't it?
It's all over the place, different locations as well.
Aye, but they did in the crash scene at the Freeport, kind of the houses and all that stuff. It's 80 miles from Lockerbie, just...
It's just location, it's something, maybe, I don't know how they, it always amazes me how they pick the locations.
Aye. I do understand why they picked it, because he used it for the I Survived a Zombie Apocalypse. The guy that spoke to, he done that there, so obviously he knew about the Freeport.
I think as well when it comes to like the filming things, like for example, it's like a scene that's from American scene or filmed in Scotland, because it looks like a certain way.
There's the guy.
There's some locations on the chat with you.
How you doing?
How are you, boss? You well?
Not bad. Basically, I turn up to places and I fly a drone here. I don't want to affect your footage. I take half the public so I'm illegal to fly. There is a bridge zone in, which I thought was to do with yourselves at the bridges, but it's no. It's about 5 miles away.
Aye.
It's not like I flew at the bridges before as well, but there's a temporary no-fly zone. So basically, I've been tipped off. They're filming. These guys couldn't tell me nothing, but I was tipped off a film for Lockerbie. Come doing this way. I've clocked all police cars, so it must be Lockerbie. I mean, I clocked them. I done the.
Well, we can't say whether it is or isn't, or what it could
Can
be.
you just tell me if he's a BBC Netflix or he's somebody else?
We are Carnival Club.
So he's on the BBC Netflix. You're not to do with BBC Netflix?
No.
Because I've been there. They're set.
Yeah, we're nothing to do with BBC Netflix.
Right. So you're the Sky one. Basically, what you're saying.
Aye. Yeah.
They saying police cars. That's what gave it away. Because when I first flew, I was like, I thought it was a taxi. I don't remember police cars looking at that. So basically, I want to just basically kind of get some drone footage, but I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt you.
So we've got our own drone up at the moment, and if they've got, I'm sure as an avid drone pilot yourself, you can see certain ones have these indicators on them that lets you know if there are other aircraft in the area, and they can basically pick up on where there's other things. If that starts flashing, it'll mean that we have to land ours.
Why don't you get the permission for the drone flights that stops folk flying?
Yeah, exactly that. So the drone company handles all of those things, and whether or not I can't.
CA, you can actually go to the CA and get a zone fitted in. So that's the first thing I checked, it's all clear.
So I've been brought in last minute just to come and help with the logistics of here, but I haven't had anything to do with the planning of it.
Right.
So yeah, there should be no TAMs in place, basically saying that, but whether or not that has or hasn't happened, I don't know. But what I would say is I'd really appreciate if you didn't fly your drone.
Well, that's what that's what it does. So what I'm trying to do to kind of negotiate, is there a time I can fly in between?
We're basically up and down all day. Like,
right, I'll only work for 5 minutes. In fact, I'm not going to fly right over. I'll fly through and zoom into the distance.
I can't. Obviously, I'd get in a lot of hot water with my company.
Right.
If I turned around and went, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you basically. I'm not asking permission. I'm trying to negotiate. Basically,
no, of course,
going for a legal flight. As long as I take off the public road, fly there and zoom in, I can do that.
As long as you're legal, and that's fine.
Right.
I'd really appreciate that. If you would please not fly it over us because of our drone. But like,
right, if you're going to help me a wee bit, then if I'm not going to fly over, is there things I can see for zooming in for the distance, or is it's just cast? Is there props there? You can ask. You can say props.
Very minimal stuff in there.
But it will be interesting to see though.
I wouldn't have said so.
It's just
It's just a bunch of people standing around.
I know, but it's still the fact that I'm still going to fly the drone. I'm just trying to get a time zone that suits basically.
We're shooting all the way through till, is it 11, 12 o'clock tonight? Yeah.
See, the good thing you've got, I can't fly after 6:30. It's too dark. Because if I put lights on my drone, it puts my drone at 250 gram, which does mean I've got my restrictions then. I've got a flyer ID, I can fly a heavier drone, but I've got basically my drone I can fly right up just above you.
Yeah.
As long as there's no more than 1,000 people there, I can fly right up. You know what I mean? It's...
Yeah, there definitely isn't 1,000 people there.
Yeah.
You'd be doing me a massive favour if you did.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying to you is I'm going to fly the drone, but I'm trying to negotiate a time zone that's best for you, that it's not going to affect it.
There isn't a good time for me
Right.
to do it. Our drone's up and down, and I can't say here's a schedule of when it's going up and down. It's literally at a whim. They'll go, right, we're going to do the drone bit now, and then they'll put it down, and then they'll do another 30 seconds or something, and then they'll put the drone back up again. So they don't even know when their drone's going to go.
Right, but the drone's not constant.
It's pretty much up and down. We've got a lot of batteries. They come in, change the batteries.
I've got a good load of batteries with me too. But as I say, I'm going to look for 5-10 minute footage. I'm going to fly the drone. I'm just saying, I'm trying to negotiate ways that a day at a time.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not going to fly right over your set and affect your filming.
No, I get that.
I don't want to jeopardise your filming. I just want to
really
get a distance.
It's basically just don't go over the field. If you stay
What
away
field?
from this field up all the way, it goes all the way.
I need to go kind of halfway up the field just to get a zoom in, or I'll third it up.
That'll end up affecting our drone though, and I know what you're saying. Like there should be no TAMs in and everything like that. And I can go and check with our drone. Like you've obviously looked it up.
Yeah, I study the drone noise. That's the thing.
Exactly that.
Half the time I turn up, the other guys were asking me the drone noise. I'm like, go and Google it. Can I keep yourself right?
I'm watching the videos of people who saying you can't fly your drone here, and you're like, well, I can because you own the ground.
The difference is I date more politely. I turn up 9 out of 10 places I turn up. The guys are talking about me, tell me everything, advertise their jobs, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Just with this Lockerbie hanging on, I'm kind of fascinated with the thing myself. And the fact is, I've got so much footage of the other one. I'd like to get a wee bit of footage of this. So this place is getting filmed all air, isn't it? Why is it not getting filmed near Lockerbie? Do you know?
I wouldn't know. That's far above my pay grade.
Yeah, I take it the reason both of them are doing it this time of year in the winter is because of that writer's strike.
I actually don't know, because it's crazy that there are. I don't know. Yeah, there's 2 jobs going on. Both.
Yeah, I know. And it's, well, I spoke to other guys. They basically tell me it's just a coincidence because I'm like, it's not.
I think it is a coincidence.
It's not an anniversary. I could understand if it was a 40th anniversary and they're both doing it, but there's no anniversary. It's
no
36 years ago, 35 and a half.
Trying to keep it, be sensitive about it. Obviously, it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, I've had a few folk viewing it's fair Lockerbie on my video and all that stuff. I say that in my video as well. I remember the day it happened. You know what I mean? It's one of the things you remember when Princess Diana died. You get tell.
Yeah, there's always like 2 degrees of separation between people who are affected.
Yeah.
Everyone always knows somebody who knows somebody.
So it makes of Scotland as well. A lot of folk are commenting as well. Basically, a lot of folks died in the flight path. I was on the flight path. If it would have been 5 minutes later, earlier taken off, it would have been out in my area. You know what I mean? So it did affect a lot of folk. Yeah. I'm showing my age, remembering all this.
Well, I'm sorry I can't be more helpful for you, but we don't have a schedule as to when that drone will be going up and down.
Right, what I'm going to go a third of the field. So basically, not much further than we are now.
Aye.
And just kind of zoom in, see what I can see. I need to get something. That's why I've come all the way here. I don't stay local.
Are you just freelance, or is somebody asking?
No, I've asked folk for information. This and people have told me. Somebody stays local's told me.
Yeah.
The understanding is I'm allowed to cycle up. It's
a road closure.
Aye, but I'm not allowed to walk up.
You can walk up.
Right. Because that would help me as well.
People walking here, maybe travelling towards you, not expecting to see anybody because it's a close road.
Right.
They're maybe not being as careful as they would normally be if they had been alive.
What do you mean?
They just take extra care if you're travelling and you're travelling up.
How what would they do?
Well, they're maybe not expecting to see any oncoming vehicles or propelled vehicles.
I'll walk up my bike. I'll even pedal it. I'll walk up. So what did they expect somebody to be?
No, it's just they're not expecting to see anybody.
They're all driving sensibly though. You're safe for them to walk up.
So I'd be good to get some footage of the Polish cars, that stuff.
When so how did you find out? So was it a local around here who let you know about this?
A person emailed me and I seen it last night. I actually emailed on Friday and I seen it last night, so I was always straight here.
Yeah.
But the road closed didn't start today, so luckily I seen it.
Yeah.
Well, not lucky for you guys, but lucky for me.
It's just one of those things, you know, publicity is publicity, isn't it? You know, everyone who knows what they're doing knows what they're doing. So we're not here to argue.
See, the thing is, they actually say that he's were filming at another house. So I actually just come down here for the sake of it, and I was raging because it's all downhill. So I'm like, I've come all the way down here, I've got to get back up it to go to the other house. So
I'll give you a lift if you want. If you want to go right now, we can just go.
No, when I see that gazebo, I go, oh brilliant, there's something there. Because it's freewheeling all the way down.
Always easy up's always giving us away.
I looked at the house because there's none here, and then I looked over there and seen the gazebo, and I'm like, brilliant.
Aye. Well, I think he's just finding out when our drone's going up next. If you wouldn't mind just bearing with us.
Right.
And I'll let these guys know.
Well, what I'll do is I'll tell you walk down and walk back just to get a wee close up. Just to see what I can see with it. Just basically want to get a close up with the police cars. No actual on set, I just want to kind of catch a wee glimpse of it, a wee photo of it.
Sure you.
Huh?
We can't stop you, you know, there isn't a pedestrian closure.
Right.
It's just a road closure to vehicles, so if you want to walk down, by all means.
Well, I walk down, you find out the drone thing. I'm trying to work ways, I'm doing as least time as possible.
I do appreciate that. Yeah.
It's not however the production folk are as well. I'm willing to work with them. I mean, because obviously BBC Netflix didn't they? But I'm willing to work with these guys. I mean, I would be willing to sign an NDA if I could get on set a great footage, kind of in between scenes, somebody supervise me, whatever, just a wee set, and then I'll upload it at a later date. I'm willing to do that, but it's up to them.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you hang fire here then, let me float that idea to them. Let's see if I'll see if they want to go down that route.
I mean, even if it's going to delay it to when the programme's coming out, it's going to be more popular then, know what I mean?
Hold fire here for a second, I'll come back to you.
Well, we've been going spying other guys for them.
No, I don't need production.
I'll do that unofficially.
No espionage. No espionage. But yeah, hold us 2 seconds.
Right, cheers.
Nice one, brother. What was your name, sorry?
Das.
Das. Harry.
Right, thanks, mate.
To the estate manager.
Right.
He just like 2 minutes ago, he said he expressly does not give permission.
Is that the council fix the roads, fix the potholes? That means it's no his. He's going to pay for the potholes getting fixed. If it's council fix the road, then it's a council adopted road, and you can take off from it.
I think what he's saying is you can take up from it and go straight above it, but then you can't then go.
You can't go
and go into above.
You can stay in public space, but
when you take off. I'll show you a thing called drone assist. Your drone guys are about to tell you this. So that's why I was quite surprised having to get the drone, because you're using drones, having the area restricted because of it, but it's having. So here's the land I can fly over. I can't fly over red, which I should update. It's because I've got a terrible signal. So this is live. Now normally you can fly over the bridges, but they've got a restricted area temporary. See, I flew over the bridges before, but you can't do it today. So I thought this was something they would use, but we're over here. See where that wee dot is? All clear. That's about there. So there's a house. Here's a bit here. Oh, no restrictions whatsoever. So as long as I take off the public, I can fly over. See, I fly over folks' businesses, houses, stuff.
Yeah, public spaces though. Public spaces is public space, but this is the reason we're here is because it's a private estate.
Yeah, so was the Freeport, but I flew over it. As long as I take off of the public road. That's what I'm saying. As much as it's, this is why I do this, because basically everything's win-win for me. Same with GDPR and all that stuff. I mean, I don't have their rules because I'm a member of the public.
So why do you do it? Do you sell the footage?
No, I just upload it to my YouTube channel. So I go around places. It's normally businesses I do. I've done like the River City set, then obviously that other Lockerbie set. It's just it's place of interest. Any interesting place or businesses to fly over.
I think most of the days it wouldn't be as much of an issue, but it is today.
Right.
Just because of it.
So what's happening is I'm basically turned up, I'm going to fly my drone, I'm trying to work with you guys, I'm doing it, there's less interference to yourselves, because I know you're recording, they're doing rehearsals, I'm not wanting to interfere, I'm not going to fly right over, I'll probably fly just about a third of this field, then I'll zoom in. So that way you'll not affect your rehearsal at all, but I would be willing to do it in between in a best time of the day. I know you're going all day, but there must be one point in the time it'd be fine. I'm letting you pick the time I fly, basically, instead of me just doing it the now, because I can legally fly the now. Since all the drone laws I studied them, I know the whole.
It's a very sensitive day. It's one of the most sensitive days. So it's something that what you film, we've taken great care to do it away from the public because it's sensitive material.
Right, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? So
right, I know, but this is great footage for me, you know what I mean?
But there's so many other moments that you could approach it, and we'd be more amenable to working with you. But
well, just bearing with us while we go and have some conversations.
Right. So these guys basically tell me it's not to do with Lockerbie, we're filming, but it's not to do with that. And then the next minute I clock the police car, because obviously
I've seen the other footage and I've seen the police car, and all the viewers are saying, oh, that was called a jam sandwich back in the day, which I thought was quite hilarious, because it just looks like a jam sandwich. Imagine the police weren't too happy with it when they first seen their cars.
Do you mind just bearing with us?
I'm willing to work with these. I'm willing to work. Basically, I can legally turn up, fly a drone and just totally interrupt it and fly it over. Legally. I know it sounds silly, but that's the law of the land.
Bear with me, I need to speak to a few people.
I'm trying to negotiate with these guys so I can get better footage actually on set. So what we'll do is, in the meantime, while we're waiting to see what happens, we'll bike it up and we'll see if we can see any footage. Now, the reason it's got police cars out in a field and the guy said it's sensitive, it makes me think it's to do with the aftermath. Now, one of my mates actually attended this place during the aftermath, telling me the horror stories that he's seen. I'm not going to repeat the camera what he told me. Really terrible time. So I'm going to bike it at this guy, see what we can see for here. Because basically this is open to pedestrian walk, is open. And this, I think this is a state road, so I can't really take off for here. But as I say, I'm not here. I'm here for footage. I'm not here to disrupt things. I don't know what I can see in the middle there. I can see an orange stripe. Is it just a... I think it's the back of a vehicle, an ambulance or something. Hard to tell. So you see the old police car, as the viewer said, a jam sandwich. The old ambulance. The further along we go, see parts of the plane lying all over the field. Totally agree, totally sensitive part, but it is filming. This isn't real, this is just them filming it, which is going to be shown in the programme as well. So the main bit where all the people are seems to be at the top of that hill, right at that part there. So I take it that's where the scene's getting done. I think I can see the camera straight across for it. Alright pal, any further forward?
We've got to speak to folks, so we're just waiting for, because obviously we've got the publicity departments and producers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, the problem I've got is restriction with time as well, because it's starting to get dark. The restriction I've got is with time. So if I've got to fly my drone basically before 6 o'clock. So I need to get some sort of negotiation in place, or I'll need to take the drone up. I'll not come in near the field, I'll do it for a distance and zoom in. But I've seen the material. I thought we said sensitive, it was mere, I can't actually see there's actors lying about, but it's real sensitive stuff. And for the real times, I don't see any of that now. So my drone's not going to see anything too gory. If you know what I mean. I know it doesn't suit you, but it's the law. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to turn up a place and fly a drone. I always try and work with folk. That's why I'm being, and I've also standing there, never witnessed one drone going up.
It's about to go up.
Right, it's about, well, I heard that the drone was dropping down all day.
Well, it is, but it's been down for that last season.
Right, well, it's been down since I've attended, because I've been watching for it. And the guys up there told me the drone's up and down all day, constantly. So I said I'd fly in between your drone, I'd fly in between scenes. I wouldn't even come anywhere close, it's going to affect your scenes. I don't know if it helps, my drone's green. That helps, you can blank it out if it was this sort of scene. But that far back, I just zoom in.
Well, I think the producer was going to come down and maybe try and speak to you.
Right.
Because it's above and beyond my pay grade really too.
Yeah. Right, well I get it, but just when they're coming down though, that's the thing. I know they're busy, but...
I think he was on his way.
Right, because I've been basically, I told that security.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm Colin Rasson.
I'm Dash, nice to meet you.
Flight 103.
So basically what I do is I turn up to places and fly my drone over. I try to be politely. I basically turn up and I try and work with the guys. I know it's no brilliant for me turning up, but I can fly from a public place over private land, as long as I take off and land in a public place and then I fly it from public place.
Okay, so that's the legal position.
Yeah.
My position is one that's slightly more moral and slightly more human. We're making a drama set in Scotland,
Yeah.
a drama that affected...
Yeah, and I've done another set. I've done the other mob. I've done their whole street.
Okay, but that's not...
Yeah.
The point I'm making is
Yeah.
that we are trying to make something quite sensitive here. Anything that you capture on your film isn't going to look like this when it's finished, because we're going to be adding visual effects, we're going to be adding all sorts of elements. We're replicating something incredibly sensitive, and we're doing it in a sensitive way.
Right.
What you would be doing is coming in and in a very sort of brutal and
no, bro, I've turned up politely. I've tried to negotiate with you. I could have turned up and just flew my drone straight away without even saying to you.
Missing the point. The point isn't about whether you can do it or you can't do it. The question is that this is something that we're trying to do really sensitively, and when it goes out on a broadcast channel, that it will be done sensitively. It will be done with music and editing carefully. What you're doing is taking the raw materials and putting them on your channel, and that's more distressing to people because...
Well, what I've seen is just props lying about. I don't see any gore. I don't see any kind of...
Well, you don't know what you've seen, and when your camera goes up, you know, and if you're flying over, and if... I mean, it's... You know, I'm not talking about disturbing our filming. I'm not talking about... I'm just talking about you and me talking as two human beings. 270 people died in this incident.
Yeah, I know that.
And we're handling it in a really sensitive way.
See, you don't really say that you're handling it in a sensitive way, but a lot of people on my channel for the other one are kind of, why they making this? This is bringing back memories, stuff like that. They're kind of, people aren't happy. This is sensitive, full stop, to everybody in Scotland.
But you're not showing them the sensitive version, you're showing them the raw materials version, you're showing them...
I'm just showing parts of plane lying about, parts of metal, not actual plane.
Lots of people walking up and down here. You've come and found us today, you've gone and found the...
I was told about you.
You've come here today specifically to do this, so you've found us out. We're not in a hugely private place, we've hired some private land. We're trying to do it sensitively, but you're coming in and you're going to take something of ours, and then you're going to try and put it on your channel for clicks and to monetize it in a way that is, you know, hasn't... I suppose what I'm trying to do is to appeal to your moral judgment that this isn't...
Right, well, I'll appeal back to your moral judgment. I'm wanting to work along with yous. Yous let me film in between sets.
You only want to work with us if we'll agree to you to get your own way, which is filming what we're doing and filming the raw materials of what we're doing, not a carefully crafted scene which has full context. Whatever you film today will have no context. What we're making is we're making a scene that will have the full context within a 5-hour drama, which will have emotion attached to it, will have both sides of all the arguments and investigation around this story. It's not a sensationalized... I've managed to get footage of some wreckage and plane parts in a field. Yeah,
I know, I've seen that. So I get what you're saying, but I turn up to places and fly a drone over. You know, I didn't have to come up and say to you, I was trying to work with you.
Coming up to me and saying you're going to work with me, if you're going to do it against our wish, then coming up and telling us or not telling us.
No, what I would do is I normally turn up, fly the drone right over. You should be recording at the time, ruining it. So to be polite about it, I come down and told you first. I want to fly at a time that suits you. He's on the rehearsing. You're on the recording. If you're recording, I want to stay back in that field and just zoom in, so I'm not affecting your recording.
You're not, yeah.
So I could have turned up and just flew right over the top of it, and your drones would have had to been grounded and stuff. But I'm not. I'm wanting to try and work with you.
Well, we're not going to work together because we're not on the same, we're not on the same thing. Whilst I'm here, the lawyers at Sky and Universal have been notified, and they'll be...
I'm a member of the public. I'm not calling the GDPR.
But,
and see, whatever my drone copies, believe it or not, if I was to fly over that field, whatever my drone sees, I'll own the copyright on it. As weird as it is, but you can check that with your lawyers. I take over the public whether I record. You're just going to use my footage. Not you want to use it, but I've got the copyright on it. Nobody can.
Well, we're not, we're not transmitting for, this isn't going to air for a very long time. You're not going to want to.
I had another mob in their streets up on YouTube now. Or their ambulance.
And what am I supposed to? How am I supposed to react to that? Am I supposed to?
I'm just telling you that it's just basically that's the law.
So why are you saying that you'll help us today, but you...
I'm not saying help us, I want to work with you. I didn't work with them. The communication broke down. I spoke to one manager, I went to BBC Netflix, the communication stopped. They knew what I was going to do. The guy that's deal with the art department didn't want me uploading, so I held off for a month. I actually seen the start of their set when I flew over the abandoned village, caught their set getting built. Guy for the art department contacted me, goes, don't upload any more footage, and we're trying to negotiate get one set. So I held off for about 5 weeks before any footage went up, because I wanted to work. The area's totally clear. I seen the red bit with the Queensferry bridges, which comes to about, probably about 5 miles from here. So I thought that was to do with use. I goes, oh, they've got the no fly zone, temporary restriction in, but that's 5 mile away, so it's not yourselves, it's obviously something else. So you drone assist, basically, that's the police there.
We're being sort of hampered everywhere we go. We have paparazzi everywhere, we're appearing in the Daily Mail, and none of it is appearing alongside the context and the sensitivity of the stories that we're trying to...
Yeah, I get that, but listen, you're doing a job, I do what I do, well, we're all doing what we do. There's a no fly zone. No, that's
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested, but I'm saying that's where I can fly with a drone. If you were down there,
I'm not.
That's me just showing you the CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority. That's what you can fly. So I know this was clear. As long as I take off that public road over there, I can fly right over. 500 metres max, visual line of sight, which would well get all that footage in. As much as I'm a pest, I'm trying to be as less of a pest. You're saying I'm trying to help you, I'm not trying to help, I'm trying to be as less a nuisance. No, I mean, me turning up and flying the drone with a total nuisance, so I'm trying to be less of a nuisance. Are you recording me?
I'm struggling.
Are you recording me?
I'm recording you, you're
right.
recording me.
Well, I'm a member of the public, it's under GDPR. I want that footage, send you an email to get that footage.
We're having a conversation, you're recording me, I'm recording.
I record, I'm a member of public, that's the great thing with me doing this channel. I'm not covered under GDPR, you are. I'll just do this just in case. Oh, it's too late for the video with me. We normally photo video, I do that just to, I don't care, I'm quoting everybody's CCTV anyway, but it's just part of that kind of... I turn to businesses, 9 out of 10 of them go great. Some folks say they're going to shoot my drone down, obviously that's a massive offence if they've done that. But 9 out of 10 work with me. They're not happy with me there, but they kind of talk about the place, advertise their job, stuff like that. This is doing us an interesting place, same as I've done like fitness stadiums and stuff, and this is filming.
You don't seem to sort of...
I totally get where you're coming from. To you I'm a nuisance, so I'm trying to be as less a nuisance as possible.
But what I'm talking about is how upsetting it is. It's one thing to go over an empty street if you filmed an empty set. It's one thing to go over...
Filmed a set with a cockpit lying in the grass, the street with the debris lying about, they two police cars, well, same police cars, and the ambulance there, all fire engine, all the debris lying about. It wasn't just an empty house. It was an empty house when I done it 5-6 weeks ago.
But we're recreating something here which has...
I get that, and also know somebody personally that was on, had to attend the real scene and tell me the horrifying stories. So when I actually looked at the scene there, I actually thought I was going to see something quite distressing, but all I'm seeing is bits of plane props lying about, and there's just bits of metal lying about and people at the top of the hill. Well,
I came down to try and appeal to your better nature to not put what we are doing today on your channel, because that there's an insensitivity to that, and there's our show is out there, people know that we're filming, people know that we're making the show, paparazzi are following us at other locations. There have been photographs of our lead actor in the newspaper, there have been photographs of certain elements in the newspapers already. But this is one of the more sensitive locations that we're doing, for the reasons that because you're already talking about nose cones, and so you know where the sensitivity of this story lies, and the huge loss of life.
Yes.
So we are trying to do it.
But I'm not filming. I get what you're saying, but I'm not filming an actual plane crash scene. I'm filming a remake of it. I'm filming of it. I'm filming props.
So what you're saying with sensitivity, if this was a real plane crash, I wouldn't have done my drone.
I don't, and I don't think you really agree.
You're trying to fire this back at me.
Either.
No, you're trying to fire at me as if I'm flying over a crash site, a real crash site. I'm flying over a TV set, a TV drama set that's a big up and coming one.
But when our show goes out, it will be graded. Every frame will have been graded. It will have been done in a sensitive way. We're not going to be. You're going to take all the elements here, all the raw materials of what goes together to make a scene, and just put it on a big sort of wide-angle lens that you know, that does, as I say, doesn't have any context. It's sensationalized.
It's the making of the film. That's what they're going to see. It's not going to. They're only see bits of metal lying about. They're not going to see any. I know what you're saying. There's no the finished product.
You're going to see when you put your drone up.
I've kind of seen quite a lot for the field there.
Well,
I've seen all the bits of metal lying about. People at the top of the hill, or filming. They see the camera.
Yeah.
Ambulance, 2 police cars. I've seen all that. So as I saying, I've seen.
Yeah, but there's more happening here in this scene because there is, you know, there are sensitive things happening in this scene.
But as I saying, I'm willing. I could legally fly from over there, right over above your scene, and film it and disrupt your filming. I'm not going to do that. What I was saying I was going to do is, if we don't come to an agreement, is basically just fly my drone a third of that field and zoom in, just see what you can see for the aerial view. I'm not going to fly right over. I'm not going to nosy right in. It's just basically see a TV drama going, what's happening. But if you don't want to work with me, I can delete all stuff, but I'm saying I'm being a pest, but I'm trying to be as less of a pest as possible. But that's up to you, if you're not wanting to.
I need to speak to the lawyers. The lawyers are
Where are they?
just being spoken to at the moment, so I'm just going to go and ring them now and see what their situation is, and I'll come back to you.
It's just basically, I know what you're saying, but a ton of places, businesses don't like it and all that stuff. Well, most of them do, but some don't. There's nothing that you as much as you've hired that land, the guy doesn't own the land there above you. There's no restrictions, so I can legally fly as long as I take off that road over there. I'm not even 100% sure of this road. I don't know if this is private or not, but I'll just put down this one's private, but that one's public. The council adopted road. The council fix the potholes and stuff.
I think we're never going to agree on the fact of what we're trying to do and what you're trying to do.
I totally get what you're saying. I'm no dumb. I totally get what you're saying. But as I saying, it's not. If it was the actual plane crash, the real plane crash, I wouldn't be flying over it. That's totally sensitive. This is a TV set of the plane crash. And as much as it's sensitive, I'm only going to see bits of metal lying in the field. If I put the drone up, probably not even see that much because I've agreed to basically just stay in that field. I'm not coming right over, which I could do as long as I keep it visually in a sight. 500 metres maximum distance, which is probably say that's 400 metres. I wouldn't even fly anywhere near it.
Okay. I'm going to come back to.
The thing is, we've got a time here. It's starting to get dark. Now I don't have lights in my drone. If I put lights in my drone, it puts me over the 250 gram weight, which gives me more restrictions. So I'll have to be sitting this.
Make my call now. Okay. Clearly you're going to do it. I appreciate that you've.
I'll try to sort something out. We didn't do. I was trying to do something that we could have worked with, but I don't think you're in a place you can negotiate.
Well, our drone has been up. We've got 40 more minutes with our drone, and then after that our drone work is complete. If you can give us until that drone work is complete, then...
So when is that going to be time-wise? Because it's getting dark.
40 minutes.
40 minutes? I can work with that, because basically I've got to stop when it gets dark, because that's my line of sight. So I take it the guy explained the drone launch to you?
No.
You're talking to?
No, anything... no is the short answer to that. What is your channel?
I'll give that out if we can come to some agreement, because you'll just try and shut down my videos before I even put them up.
Well, that, as you said, you're saying how you've got all the stuff from other shows up on your channel, so...
Yeah, I've got the other set. I've got River City.
and just other sites. Mainly I do businesses and football stadiums, things like that. Is random audits of interesting places and businesses. That's what I do.
Sure. But you do understand that this isn't that, don't you? You do.
This is an interesting place. It's interesting.
It's an interesting place, but we're talking about people's lives. We're not.
We're not talking people's lives today. If it was a real crash site, I wouldn't be anywhere near it. We're talking about
going to
filming.
Stimulate.
I'm going to show.
Of something in a.
So you use when you put it on TV.
Yeah, but
there's people having comments about people saying this is bringing everything back.
Everything we do is with context.
Yeah.
People who watch our programme will know what they're tuning in. People are on your channel. They're gonna stumble across this. They're not. It's not going to be anybody who tunes into our programme. It will have been billed in the listings. People will know what it is about and have the option to watch it or not to watch it.
They're not going to click on. Mine will be clear what it is. It will say Lockerbie. You don't own the rights to me saying Lockerbie, so it will say Lockerbie on it.
Yeah. And we're never going to agree on this, but morally, we are doing something here which is trying to tell a story sympathetically on behalf of someone whose daughter was on the plane, trying to tell a story. What his father has been through for the last 35 to 40 years, and we're doing it with enormous amounts of care and attention, and all the crew are trying. And then there is this sort of very, just very two-dimensional shot of a field that will just come across as.
I could do a 3D image of the field, just saying it's been.
You know what I'm talking
I know.
about emotionally.
The camera's quite good on my drone though.
It's not going to be the full context of what we're doing.
Yeah, but you're doing, you've got special effects and all the rest added in. I know that, I get that. Because when I turned and seen it for there, I was expecting to see a lot more like gore, if you know what I mean.
The whole reason we're not doing that is exactly for reasons because of yourself and because of paparazzi. Because, you know, if you put those things, then again they get taken out of context, and then it's a sensationalized image, which actually in the context of our show will be dealt with incredibly sympathetically, rather than just being done for things. In 40 minutes our drone work will be finished. Where do you want to put your drone on?
Well, unless you gave me permission, because I'm not 100% sure about this road. I don't know if this road is totally private, if it's fixed by the council, it's council adopted. I've checked that road before I came, but I've not checked this one, because I wasn't expecting it to be as far across as here. I was actually expecting it near the house. So that main road, unless you give me permission, I would take it off of that road over there.
Should we go and have a look?
It's basically the end. It's basically, I'm still going to fly over, so it's just that road over there.
So
why is all the cast leaving? This is what I'm getting, is at 40 minutes everything's going to be away?
No, it's not. We're here all night. We're here. We only started.
Because that's ambulance left, ambulance crew left, policemen went in the toilet. I think they've left.
We're doing 8 scenes today, and so they're all different parts of the aftermath. They're at different times. So there are times where before the emergency services arrived.
So saying as well, I know you haven't. Well, I've been told you haven't built your street set yet. That's getting built next month. So as much as I'm trying to say, I'm trying to work with you, somebody's going to inform me about that. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm getting people I get loads of people telling me information. That's how I found out about the day. I had no clues we're filming here last night until about 10 o'clock. I read an email. As I say, I get footage all the time. I get info all the time about this.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work with you.
Yeah, okay, well let's stroll over to where you want to take off from and show me where you want to fly.
So just basically fly. We'll show you the takeoff point. But this will be the same with your street as well, because I want to see the street. You know what I mean? If you're not going to be willing to work with us, instead of me just being a pest.
Work with you, but we're never going to agree on. You know, you're just trying to take everything we're trying to do, and you know,
it's going to be an aerial view of what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's.
If you can come to an agreement, I can wait till you've actually put
agreement? What do you mean an an agreement. What sort of agreement do you have in mind?
Some sort of agreement where I don't upload my footage until an agreed date, probably when he's released the drama.
But we're not going to be going out for at least, you know, 6 months.
Yeah, end of the year.
Hold off for 6 months, are you?
I would do if you agreed that I come on set, film in between scenes, you supervise what I'm filming, and do a programme. I'll get more views when the actual programme comes out.
This is our intellectual property, though. This isn't, you know, you're videoing our intellectual property.
But I'm validating from the air, which is having got.
Yeah, but you're still filming our intellectual property.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I do, though. Same as you make films. This is what I do.
Yeah, but you know, and that's where the lawyers will get involved, because it is our intellectual property.
Yeah, and I'm a member of public flying in an airspace, taking off from a public road.
Well, that's, yeah.
There's a thing called #PINAC. It's photography's not a crime. You know what I mean? I've had it for the other guys now. They're going to get their heavy hitter lawyers involved. Heard nothing. That was an insider told me that. But I'm the only guy. I seem the only guy who's doing it up here. There's loads down south, and they just turn up, look for an argument, get some views, clicks. I do the opposite. I turn up. Normally a business will advertise their jobs, talk about the place. The manager will come and tell me a bit of the history of the place, tell me what they're doing, things like that. Then you've got the odd person who will say, I'm going to shoot your drone down. But because I do it politely, 90% of them go great.
Yeah, well, I'm not going great, am I?
You're not going bad either. It could be a lot worse.
Sorry?
If you're not going bad either, you're talking. Some people just come out pure hot-headed arguing. It's the law. And
where are you?
Basically, that road there. Where's the road? That road. Is that the road there? I can't even see it. I think it's that. Whatever road goes up the hill. The road there.
We've got our road closure at the end.
The end of the road closure.
Yeah.
So for there. So I'm going to. The maximum I can fly is 500 metres. So I can't actually. I'll not be able to fly over it anyway. But I'll be able to fly kind of halfway up and just zoom in for a distance. I'm going to just get basically a distant view at all. I'm not going to be zooming right in your. I mean, it would only take me 5 minutes to Google and find out about this road here, if I could take off if it's council adopted. But I'm wanting to keep my distance. I don't want to affect your filming. The other guys that would turn up, they would just like, flying the drone, look at this, zoom away and now talk to them down away. To you, I'm a pest. I'm trying to be as less of a pest as possible.
So, anyway, we've got, I think we've got 2 drone shots left to do, and then our drone company.
Your drone guys will be able to totally fill you in with the laws.
I don't.
I know what I can and can't do.
How many more times I can say it? I'm not. It's not about that, is it? I'm trying to protect the intellectual property of the show that we're making.
Yeah.
So, well, that was already 10 minutes ago. So 30 minutes, 10 past, quarter past. We'll have completed our drone work, and then if you need, you know, if you're going to put it up, you're going to put it up at that point.
Right, as I said, the drone will not come much further than halfway this field, and just zoom for a distance, take it in.
Okay.
So I'm not going to take too much in. It's just basically I turned up to the set.
All right. I'm gonna, because obviously we are recording sound and various things, so, and that'll be this buzzing noise. In 30 minutes from now, I'll have a radio with our first assistant director who's controlling the shoot on the floor. And I'll come up and tell you when we're not turning over. So I'll be back in about
right,
25 minutes.
All right, perfect.
I'm Colin, sorry.
Right, Das. Das, yeah.
Okay. We'll speak in a bit.
So they've got 25 minutes. I'm on to work with these guys, but they're starting to make it pretty clear that I'm a total pest. Meantime, I'm going to actually check this road as well. It's nice to be polite, but this time I'm feeling my politeness is actually backfiring on me. I do want the drone footage. I'm not going to be chasing more of their scenes, so I might as well try and work with these guys. But that was the producer, and I seem to be getting neighbour. It's like a brick wall. Guy's being polite, it's been alright, but he's no budging.
Well, he budged a bit, he spoke to the lawyers and he's backed off to an agreed time that I take off. But apart from that, I just hope I'm not been fobbed off. So I've gone back down to the set. I've not seen the drone go up or down while we're waiting this 40 minutes, but they have been taking some mannequins away, so I think they're just trying to fob me off.
I'm not going to be able to persuade you not to, so if you are going to do it, then now's now's the time.
Well, you want to watch me doing the flight?
Well, I mean, I'll be interested to see where you're going.
It's basically take off there and then just fly over, probably about there, and then just zoom in just to see the scene.
Alright.
Alright?
Yeah.
Right, so it's only bought for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Alright.
Now's the time.
Right, I'll go and do it now then. Right, cheers pal. So we've tried to work along with these guys. It's no happening with doing it, but at least we've agreed
Home point updated.
a decent time. So I was getting a bit late in the day, it's back at 6. So we're a good distance away. So I'm watching the drone now, so whatever you're seeing on the screen, I'm only taking a wee glance at it because I want to make sure I can get as close as possible, well, close to the agreed place. We'll zoom in, so it's a plane crash site on a field. So we zoom in, so as we can see all the debris, right, so I'm keeping an eye on the drone. So we're sitting at the now, meters wise, turning 48. So that's one of the scenes of the film. The guy wasn't happy with the raw material getting used. He said they had a drone up. I was watching for a drone, but as you seen earlier on, they were carrying the mannequin bodies off. So this is basically the field. There's an old car there. So you see the bits of debris. Don't know what that is at the top. I think it's just a gazebo. So this is the other mobs. This is the sky version. So as with ground footage of an ambulance and that there, just taking as much in as possible. So as we'll look at our surroundings. So is it, I can't remember, is it Glencore House? So you see it's out in the middle of nowhere. The weird one with this one is though the public could walk along the path. So there's my surroundings right round about. There's your bridges. It's actually a cracking thing with the bridges over there. That's me zoomed in on them. There is a no fly zone over there, but unfortunately for these guys it stopped just basically a couple of mile long for it. So nice view of the bridges. Come back down to what we're looking at. So all the crash scenes, there's bits over there. I was expecting this to be worse because, as I was saying, I had a pal that actually attended this and he used to tell me the horrors of it, what he's seen miles away from the actual village of Lockerbie, which I take it this scene's meant to be. So there's not really much to see apart from bits of plane debris. I don't want to fly too close over. I'll zoom back out, far away am I? Right, so we're still quite a bit away. So I'll go a wee bit closer. Zoom in. That's no zoom in. Is it? Let's zoom in. So you see the gazebo's and that over there. All the debris lying about. So I did try to compromise with the guy. The guy kind of seemed to be not happy, but somebody had obviously told him I can fly the drone. I'm not going to fly a wee bit closer. How far away am I? I'm still quite a distance away, so I'll just come up to be here. Try and take me of the debris in. See, on the drone screen you can see so much, you probably see it better on a bigger telly. Where was the main bit of the... Oh, there's a car coming here, I don't know if it's part of the... part of the crew or not. And we're zooming by him anyway, so we'll go a bit closer and we'll zoom in. So I'm not sure if they're doing a scene now, a lot of people in that area. We're weird going back to businesses. All I seem to be doing is going and doing these TV sets. There's a load of people there, to film multiple scenes. Can't really see what's on here. Oops. All day my battery's basically running flat and my SD card's nearly full. So I've had it constantly recording. That good fun, pal? Do you like that? Was that interesting? So I'll not be leaving a keyring because this is in the middle of neighbour. There's no point in me leaving it because I don't know if anybody will find it. So if you like that video, hit the like button guys. No subscribe, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.